You ever read TIFU on Reddit?
Today I what?
Effed up.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen that.
They'll tell a story. There was a guy who was, he took a vacation to Nicaragua. And he, first of all, mark this off as your first bad decision. Took a vacation to Nicaragua and ate a ton of unpasteurized cheese. First strike, going to Nicaragua. Second strike, unpasteurized cheese in Nicaragua. He said, usually I have a real bulletproof stomach, and for a while everything seemed fine. But then I realized it had been a while since I had taken a dump. So I took some laxatives. Didn't work. So when I got back, went to Walgreens, bought a disposable enema. Unfortunately, he left it in his car that day, and it was 100 degrees outside. And he thought, well, that'll be closer to my body temperature.
Oh, no.
So he got in the tub.
Because it was 100 degrees outside. In his car is probably 115, 120 degrees.
But he figured, hey, body temperature's 98.6. It'll be fine.
Did he sear his beehole shut?
He said, I got in the tub, I inserted the pre-lubricated nozzle, and I gave the bulb a firm squeeze. And it was like I had inserted a fire hose full of microwaved lava into my bowels. I screamed at a frequency audible only to bats. The silver lining is that it absolutely cured my constipation.
Yeah, because it melted. You probably got all the poop that was jammed up in there.
Oh, yeah.
As well as your actual intestines to come flowing out of you.
He said he had a week's worth of hot saline and Nicaraguan cheese poops.
Jesus.
The Nicaraguan cheese poops playing with Pop Vulture this weekend.
Unpasteurized cheese poops.
Right. So, anyway, there you go.
Today I effed up is an understatement.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hey, it'll be even warm. It'll be real close to my body temperature. It'll be just fine.
Leslie, Grant Larson is on the phone for the National Park Service.
I cannot meet with him right now. We are in crisis mode, okay? Larry, just tell him I need to reschedule because I am trying to fix my beehole disaster.
Okie dokie.
No, Larry, don't tell him that. Don't mention my beehole.
Now, I want to have something for the ladies. I don't want you feeling left out, okay?
Got my popcorn ready.
Doctors were flummoxed when they met the woman who complained over the past 3 months that she had been peeing worms.
Nope.
What?
Nope.
I'll let that sit for a minute.
All right, first we had a guy that peed lightning. Now a woman that's peeing worms.
Well, he didn't pee lightning.
If it came out his penis, he peed lightning.
Yeah.
He's pee lightning.
Mm-hmm. Go pee lightning, go. Or whatever.
It's burning up my urethra.
Yeah. Okay, no, she said, called the doctor, goes, hey, there's worms in my urine. She's 50. She went to the hospital complaining that for the past 3 months.
That's when you go?
I would have gone to the doctor after the first 2 hours. Oh, guess what?
First time I see a worm, I'm going to the doctor.
Yeah.
Don't care where it comes out of my body, but if there's a worm in my body, I am not hesitating to go to the doctor. And if it's in my pee, you better believe I'm going to the doctor immediately.
Especially if
you're in trouble.
Especially if you're not getting the benefits of a tapeworm. You'll get real skinny with a tapeworm at least, right? Pea worms are doing nothing for you except freaking you out. So she said it was extremely painful, obviously, to go to the bathroom, blah, blah, blah. And so they inspected her body, and she had an infestation of fly larvae in her bladder.
Oh, my God. How does that happen? How does that happen?
I guess she was in some water in South Carolina or something. I swear to God, we went up to Michigan a couple of weekends ago to see some of Gwen's friends, and we were on the lake. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable getting into any body of water anymore. I'm not Joe Swimmer in the first place, but I'm like, you don't have to get into the ocean anymore. You got people who are like, oh, I was just in this river, and now I have a brain bug or something. Because we've dumped everything into everything now.
I like to stick to a chemical-ridden pool, where the only thing that's disgusting in there is me and everyone else's pee.
All your bathtub farts.
That is some vile poom-poom. How in the hell?
They said they said that they think she drank a water source contaminated with fly eggs. And so they laid eggs in her urinary tract. And so then she was peeing worms. They said that they had never, and this is the amazing thing, is they're starting to see things in the United States that they've never seen here before.
I don't like that.
They're like, we've never had a case like this in America. You'll see it in other countries. That's where they get all those crazy monsters in my brain shows. You know, oh, we just got back from our honeymoon in Peru, and I had a real bad headache. And I couldn't figure out what it was. So I went to the doctor. And they go, oh, you've got a centipede in your medulla oblongata.
Yeah, I believe everything like that now. My mom, when I was younger, before I got contacts, she would tell me I need to be have better hygiene with my eyes and stuff like that, because you can't, I would be like lazy and like leave my contacts in and stuff like that. She's like, you can't do that. You'll get parasites. And I'm
Is that true?
You could.
It's very true. My mom, being a nurse, she would talk about it all the time, and I didn't pay her no mind.
Some people call parasites glasses.
No, parasites as in.
Was that a genuine laugh?
I liked it.
Very clever.
Over and 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 over again.
I just didn't believe my mom.
But now, why didn't you believe your mom, the nurse?
I don't know why I didn't believe her, because I was
Hey,
just
Mom,
like,
you with all your medical experience,
like,
what do you know?
Stop lying to me about hygiene.
I just don't know why. I don't know if I didn't believe her.
But they tell you that at the at the optometrist too. They tell you clean your eyes.
Well,
because it
contacts.
was your mom, and she could have been a nuclear physicist, and you wouldn't have believed her.
And
right.
I just thought it would. I don't know if I didn't necessarily not believe her, but I just think it wouldn't happen to me. But this friend I was in high school with,
it's like a penthouse letter.
He was in my class, and he had 1-a-day contacts, and he left them in for like a month. And then all of a sudden, his eye got really red one day. And I was like, dude, what's wrong with your eye? He was like, no, I'm going to get it checked out the next day or after school today. And the next day, he didn't come to class. And then I saw him the next week. He was like, yeah, I had eye surgery. I'm like, what? Why? He was like, they found a parasite in my eye. And
yeah.
And he was like, the contact was like,
infected.
But it was like stuck on his eye because it dried out. So it just became a part of his eye. So then bacteria started to form behind there and organisms started, I guess, something.
I'll tell you one thing.
I was like, okay, Mom, I believe you. I will never, ever not believe you about anything medical ever again.
I'll tell you one thing. If there is one upside to that story of the lady peeing worms, you got fishing bait coming right out of you.